Hi, it's Katie, and welcome to our restorative yoga practice today. We're going to put a little emphasis on postures for sinus and sinus headache. So hopefully you'll find a little relief. And something to note about restorative yoga is that we do long, slow holds. So you'll be in the postures for quite a few minutes. And that gives your body the opportunity to really let go. So they're passive stretches. They're not as deep as, say, a yin class. But what will happen is over time, because the body's completely relaxed, you will feel those muscles and joints, let go a little bit deeper as time goes on. Another thing to note with the restorative practice is that I will talk a lot less, leaving that opportunity for silence. And that's your time to do with whatever you want, whether it's just enjoying the quiet, or if you choose to put on your own music and listen to something relaxing. I've been listening to binaural beats for sinus headaches, and they actually work pretty well. I'll link some up in the YouTube comments. And, it's time that you can just feel sensation, feel emotion, and just see what's running through your mind, or working on breathing or meditation. That's up to you, what you want to do in it. Tie or a dog leash or something. And a couple of large pillows. I have a bolster. I bought a bolster I made. You can use some couch cushions, whatever you can find that will support the weight of your body and be a little firm, right? Not too squishy. And I have a bunch of yoga blocks around. So if you have some books or yoga blocks, have those handy as well. I feel like the more props, the better, right? And you can have a little pillow. They have a little pillow back here. You could roll up some towels, whatever you have to support your body, because all of the postures will be supported with props. All right, is that it? Yep, go ahead and put on your own music if you need, or you can practice in silence as well. I think that's about it. One more thing, I have a wall. We're going to be using the wall in one of our last postures. If you don't have a wall nearby your practice space, maybe grab a chair. This would be elevating the legs. I think that's it for housekeeping. So let's get started on our yoga practice. I'm going to do a few gentle warm-ups before we move into the restorative postures. So close your eyes. Find your nice posture. And then do a check-in with yourself, right? Physically, scan your body, see what's going on without any judgment. Mentally, checking in on your thoughts. And emotionally, so check on your feelings and how do you feel today. All right, let that go. Bring awareness to your breath. Notice the quality of your breath and see if you can make it smoother. So nice, deep, slow inhale and exhale. And so don't want you to force your breath to be as deep as you can get it. Just gently, slowly nudge it a little deeper, as long as it still feels comfortable. And as you're working on your breath, just a reminder to listen to your body today. If at any point you feel uncomfortable, physically or emotionally, there's just not a good spot for you, feel free to come out of the pose and take some deep breaths. With your deep breath with you, we're just going to roll the shoulders. Eyes can stay closed or you can open them. We're going to take the shoulders forward, up, back, and down. And just rotate the shoulders All right, relax those shoulders down and walk one set of fingertips out to the side. We'll take the opposite arm up to the sky. Right, shoulders down, straight spine. We're just going to side lean over toward the hand on the ground. Right, opening your heart, trying to keep your torso in the same plane. Your arms, your head, your chest. And just breathe into those intercostal muscles between the ribs. Making more space for your lungs, right? And then more room for breath. On the next inhale, come up out of the side lean. Exhale, relax the arm. Take a breath at center. And then we'll root the other fingertips to the ground as the opposite arm rises. Shoulders down, belly gently in, and we're going to just lean over to the other side. Okay, big inhale to come up. Exhale, relax. Perfect. From here, guys, let's take the soles of the feet together out in front of you. So it kind of like a big diamond shape between the legs. Tall posture as usual, check your breath. And we're just gonna do a little cat-cow in the seated position. So on the inhale breath, you can take that heart, lift it straight up to the ceiling as you arch your back a little bit, big inhale. Exhale, tuck your tailbone under, round your entire back and drop your chin to your chest. So inhale, the elbows will bend like you're pulling your heart through your arms. And then exhale, let the arms straighten as you sink back into the rounded spine. Do that at least 2 more times. Inhaling to lift. And exhaling to tuck it all in. Warming up our spine, getting it ready. Big inhale to lift. And exhale to round. Tuck that tail. Come to a flat back here. Legs can stay as they are, spine stays straight, and we're going to circle the body, right? So your upper body's going to go around in a circle. Wiggling out any tension in that low back. Checking in on the hips. All right, guys, let's switch directions of our circles and go the other way. All right, and then as you're ready in this last circle, come back to center. Perfect, we're just gonna take the legs back in cross-legged or in any kind of comfortable seat that you can find. And we're just gonna do a very gentle twist. So elongate your spine and literally just walk your hands over toward one side. So just walking them over. Inhale deeply, exhale as you twist that belly button toward the back wall. Shoulders are soft. See if you can have your eyes soft here. Relaxing the temples, relax the jaw. As you're ready, walk your hands back to the middle. Take a breath here at center. And then we'll go to the other side. So just walking the hands, nothing fancy, but keeping that nice tall spine as you're starting the turn from the belly button all the way up the spine. So shoulders are down. Check to see where your mind is going and bring it back to your breath. And then on an inhale, we're going to come all the way back around, back to the center. Legs can stay as they are. We're just going to do a simple forward fold. So at first, going forward with a flat back at your hip hinges as far as you can go with a flat back, and then it's okay to just round for today. Just going to round into it. Doesn't matter how far you go as long as you're feeling something. Walking your hands back up. And now if you have one leg in front of the other or on top of the other, we're going to switch those legs. And then do that same forward fold on the other side, just to make sure each hip gets the same stretch. So again, tall spine and then folding at your hip hinges. Maybe just a little bit, no big deal. If you can go a little deeper, go a little deeper. So it's up to you. Just checking in with yourself in each part of your posture. Your breath will tell you if you're doing too much. Check to see that breath is still smooth. Again, walk your hands back in toward you, coming out of the forward fold. Nice. All right, taking a breath. And then we're going to set up for our first restorative posture. So I've already got my setup kind of started here. We're going to be coming into face our big pillows. So if you could put your big pillows on your mat, we'll kind of figure out where they should be height-wise once we come into the pose. But we're going to straddle the pillows. So you're going to extend the legs on either side of your giant pillows there. Right, so you're sitting up nice and tall. So think kind of like a forward fold dandasana, but with or sitting up straight, but with the legs apart. Right, so more of a upavista konasana. So we're having the supports here as close into the body as you need, because we're just going to fall forward over them. However, if you have another little pillow or a block, take that with you. We're going to try and get our forehead to rest on the block, and that's another thing that's going to help with headaches, is that gentle pressure on the forehead. So wherever you can, find that spot for your head to rest on your support. You know, everyone's different. If you need double blocks, take double blocks wherever you need to be. If you have more pillows, stack them higher. It is up to you. I'm going to take my watch so we can time this. So just getting to be where you need to be. You'll notice as time goes on, you might be able to go lower down with your head, and then you can change the position of your supports. So wherever you are, just get comfortable. Go ahead and let the feet go. Relax. Let everything start to just sink. Feel like a little bump on a log. You don't have to do anything right now except be in a restorative forward fold. So when you're holding this pose, just notice what comes up for you. Notice if you feel like fidgeting or moving. Of course, move if you're experiencing any discomfort, but if not, and it's just your mind being busy, try to just relax. And then enjoy some of the silence in the pose. Notice how you're feeling. Is this comfortable for you? Do you enjoy this kind of yoga, or is it causing a lot of mind chatter for you? There's no right answer. Just observe what's happening in the pose. So believe it or not, it's been about 8 minutes. Just begin to notice your breath again, and only when you're ready, use the support of your arms and hands to push gently up out of the fold. Take your time, take your time. If you have a block on top or a pillow on top, you can remove it. We can actually leave our supports right where they are, but we're going to turn our body away from them, okay? So take a minute, take as much time as you need to swing your legs around and come to sit at the back, right? The base of your supports, extending your legs out straight. So we're going to come into a supported fish pose, which is just a big back bend over these blocks or pillows behind you. Now, you might find that 2 pillows is just too tall and too extreme of a back bend. And if that is the case, then not a big deal. Just roll one of the pillows off and make it a really much more shallow fish pose, as long as your head and your upper back is supported. So wiggle around and try and find your perfect spot. I'm going to go back to the bigger version. Something to note as well, if you did take one of the larger back bends, make sure that your forearms are supported. So here I am in my fish, my elbows are not even touching the ground. That's too much, that's not restorative, right? That's more, more skin and stretch. So I want to actually take some pillows or blocks and place them under my forearms so that my arms are supported in this back bend. Now watch. Just going to check on our time. Okay, so here we are in the pose. I'm just going to lay here, closing your eyes if you'd like. If you are experiencing a lot of sinus pressure in the head, always elevate the head up slightly with another small pillow or blanket. So for a moment, check on your breath and just count how many seconds it takes to inhale and exhale. And so you don't have to change it. I just want you to notice. Use it as a tool to keep you in the present moment, counting your breath. Really allow your body to sink into the supports, the floor, the pillows, whatever is touching you. Maybe you could melt into the supports. Begin to notice your breath again as we have opened up our airways and in our chest and our heart. Scan your body for anything that's going on physically. And you can take as much time as you need to sit up out of this pose. Use your arms for support. Maybe use your abdominal muscles, right, to help you come up out of the back bend. Take as much time as you need to do that. And then we're going to move into a forward fold. So we will move, it depends how many you like, one or two of these supports behind you, right in front of you. So take your time. I'm just going to take one for now and have a block nearby just in case. So put your supports on your legs. Pile up as many pillows as you'd like. If you have tight hamstrings or calves, go ahead and you can even roll a towel or a blanket under your knees. So finding that perfect spot for you, starting with that nice tall spine. We're just going to fall over our supports. And I definitely want to use my block again for my forehead. So I read some articles years back. I still read them. I think it was T.S. Little who said that when you have this pressure on your forehead, it boosts your immunity because it encourages the lymphatic flow, where your nose, your throat, and your mouth can really relax. And that will allow the lymph to flow more freely to those parts of your face, which is definitely a bonus to boost our immunity. So go ahead and find your spot here. I'm starting the timer again. I'm just going to be in this forward fold. Again, adjust as you need. We're going to be nice and still. However, if you start to really let go, you might be able to bring your block at a lower level. So be wherever you need to be and adjust as needed. Notice where your mind is. Can you let go? Let go of things that are not serving you anymore. Let go of tension, let go of pain. Okay, wherever you are, bring yourself back to your breath. Use your hands by your sides to help you start to lift that head, coming out of your forward fold. Always moving nice and slow and gentle between our postures. So just see, how are you feeling? Okay, so you're going to take your time. We're going to move into a supported bridge pose. You're going to need one of your blocks and your yoga strap. You can take your big pillows off to the side, move them out of the way. Something else, guys, if you'd like, I didn't mention it earlier, if you have an eye pillow or a small towel that you want to put over your eyes in our reclining postures, you can do that as well, especially if the room is bright. You know, if you're having sinus stuff, maybe dim the lights and make sure it's a darker environment. Okay, so grab your strap first. I've already kind of got mine ready to go here, but we're going to take the strap and put it around both legs, right? And go above the knee, right? So just above the knee. You want to tighten the strap to keep your legs at hip distance apart. So wherever that is for you. If you don't have a fancy yoga strap, just tie a bow in your bathrobe tie or whatever you've got there. And this is, it's optional, but it provides a more restorative feel to our bridge. And then go ahead and bend those knees and lay down on your mat. I'm gonna have to fix my blanket here. So once you've laid down on the mat, just acclimate yourself to the floor, right? Make sure your spine feels nice and tall and long on the ground. Feet are hip distance apart, close into your seat. And the nice thing about the strap is now you don't have to worry about holding your legs there. The strap's going to do it for you. You don't have to hold your legs up. And then you'll take your block with nice elongated neck and spine, press into the feet, lift the hips up, and slide the block on the lowest level under your sacrum, that triangle-shaped bone right at the base of your spine. This should feel comfortable, like it's bone on block. You shouldn't feel like it's jamming in your low back or too low. Find that perfect spot for you. And this is a restorative bridge pose. I'm going to check the time. Yep. And we'll have the option to make it a little deeper in a few minutes. But for right now, palms up. If you have an eye pillow or a towel to cover your eyes, go ahead. And here is a gentle inversion. And just resting in your restorative bridge. Inversions are really good for boosting the immune system as well, because they take that, that lymphatic fluid in the body and bring it down. And then when you come back up, there's a rush, as you call it, like a rebound effect. So inversion's good. So if you would like to go a little deeper, I'll offer that you can choose to move the block to the next highest level or grab a second block and stack them. But if you're comfortable here, it's fine. You are still in an inversion with hips over heart. You do want to change the block, press into the feet, lift the hips higher, and find that same spot on your sacrum with the block. A little trickier on that skinny side of the block though, so be careful. And if it's hurting or it's not comfortable, don't do it. Stay on the first level. Can you allow your body to sink even just a little bit more into the supports? Sometimes we don't even realize that we're gripping or holding tension. Try to let go. So try to let go sounds like an oxymoron, right? Just let go. If you went to the higher level of the block, we're going to move back down to the first level. So if you're on the first level, you're fine. No need to move. Go ahead and flip the block lower if you went higher. All right, friends, when you're ready, I want you to push your feet into the block and take your hand to slide out the block, your feet into the floor. Oh boy, restorative yoga. So nice and relaxed. So just allowing your sacrum to be on your mat for a few breaths. And then we can pull the knees into the chest, which release the back and also give you a minute to take your strap off of your legs. So go ahead and take your strap off. We will be done with this for the rest of the class. And then as you're ready, you're going to roll onto your side and use your top hand to help you push up to sit. Sorry, kitty cat. See how you're feeling. Take a breath or two. All right, our next posture, reclining bound angle, has a lot of propping to it. So we're going to need a bunch of stuff. I'm going to grab both of my pillows and some blocks. I'm going to take a large pillow, and then I'm actually going to use a block underneath here and then my next big pillow on top so that it is on an incline. So that's what I want you to do, is find a way to stack your pillows in a way that you'll be sitting in front of them and leaning up, but with your head elevated. So you use as much props as you need to do that. There, that looks good. So take your time. Also have handy supports for the outsides of your legs and possibly even your forearms if you're short and your arms are hanging off. So you're going to go ahead and go all the way back, sticking your sacrum up to the butt of the pillows. And then we're going to, with the knees bent, soles of the feet together, we're going to let the knees come out to the side. And this is where blankets or pillows are nice and handy to place underneath your legs so that you will be more comfortable. So again, supports and restorative. So go ahead and support your legs. You can also do it with a strap. You can also do it with a blanket. If you have a special way that you already know how to do that, go ahead. And then when you're ready, you're going to lean back. Right? So lean back on your supports. My elbows just barely touch, so I'm going to need some support for my forearms. So you go ahead and do the same if you need it. We're going to be here for a good 7 minutes or so. So take your time, rest. If you've got your eye pillow, go ahead and put that on if you choose to. And just enjoy this Supta Baddha Konasana. Really allow your body to relax. Let your sinuses drain. And just let go. While you are in this pose, just going to walk us through a short little visualization for healing. So with eyes closed, I want you to imagine above the head, way, way up in the sky, a golden light coming down from the clouds. And in this golden light is all healing properties and love. So watch this golden light enter the crown of your head. And just swirl about that head, especially taking care of anything that's stuck in there. If you're having a pressure or headache, imagine that golden light dissolving any tension or any pain. Washing the head in health and more health. And allow the golden light to move down the neck, spending time by the lymph nodes all around the neck. And then washing that golden light over the chest and the back and the belly, your whole torso filled with golden light. Moving the golden light to the arms, the armpits, the lymph nodes under in the armpits, down the arms to every finger. Golden light moving all throughout the pelvis, down both legs to the knees, to the ankles, to the tips of the toes. Your whole body now washed with golden healing light. Take some time to yourself in silence. And see how you're feeling here on your supports. Bring your awareness to your breath. When you're ready, we're going to draw the knees up toward the ceiling, the feet flat on the floor. And now walk your feet mat distance apart, so wider than your own hips. So the knees rest on each other, right? So now the feet are wide, the knees are together. Take a moment or two here. And now we'll gently windshield wiper those legs of yours. So they're going to fall to the same side first, and then up and over to the other side. So just pivoting those feet and windshield wipering those legs. All right, friends. So as you're ready, use your arms and your abdominals for support to come up to seated. Nice and slow. See how you're feeling. And now this is the part where we're going to invert our legs. So if you have a wall, great. If you don't have a wall, grab a chair. And you're going to need maybe a pillow or a block if we choose to elevate the hips. So you'll have it handy. I'll show you. So I'm going to place my big bolster here to the side. We're basically going to lay with our feet up the wall. So how to do that, right? We come to sit with our side facing the wall. I'm gonna make sure I have my watch nearby. There we go. And so as you're ready, you're gonna lean back like on your elbows and just swing your legs up and turn your body. No, it's not very graceful, but you'll get it. And the distance away from the wall is up to you. It needs to be the distance where your feet stay there comfortably. Sometimes you're too close, they fall. Sometimes they're too far. It feels awkward. So just finding that perfect spot where your legs can just stay there without you having to hold them up. So this is one version of our legs up the wall pose. You can stay right here. But if you want to go for the full inversion, you're going to need to bring your pillow under your hips. So we'll bend the knees with the feet flat on the floor. Make sure your spine is long and tall as usual. Press with your feet into the wall to lift your hips up, just like we did in bridge pose, and slide your support underneath your low back. Your sacrum supported, your low back supported, then you can re-extend the legs. So full inversion here. Up to you if you would like to put a towel or eye pillow over your eyes. Go ahead and do that. And this is our posture. You could even add a little neck roll under your head. Actually, I would really like to do that if I can figure this out. So just take your time to get situated, right? You always want to be very, very comfortable before you can completely let go. At any point you feel like this is not comfortable for you, come out and just rest in another way. Okay, it's time to rewind out of this pose. We'll bend the knees very gently. And you'll take your time, just roll onto your side. Take a moment or two there on your side. And then use your top hand to push you up to a seated position. Great. And now it is time for Shavasana, our final restorative posture. You can take any Shavasana that you like, your favorite one. I'm going to take mine. So I like, especially when I've been having sinus issues, I like to elevate the head just a little bit. So I'm going to actually just take a block and my smaller bolster for my incline. You set up any way that you like. And also be putting a roll blanket under my knees. That's me. You choose any way that you want. Somewhere that we can really let go for about 10 minutes. Get your eye pillow if you need it. And set up for Shavasana. Okay. Coming all the way back. Make sure that you are really comfortable here. If you need your socks, if you want to throw a blanket over you, whatever you need to do to soften. You need an extra little roll under your neck. So take as much time as you need to settle into your supports and feel really comfy here. Set the timer. And it is time to let go completely. Relax your head, relax your face. I'll walk us through a little guided relaxation so you can really start to let go. If you haven't yet, hopefully you have. And it's probably been almost an hour or so already. So just feel the heaviness of the body. Make sure your arms are supported. And then nothing is holding on, right? Even wiggling the legs maybe. Make sure they're completely letting go. The arms, side to side with the neck. Letting your head find that perfect spot on the back of the skull to rest. And then we're going to bring that golden light back. This time, we're going to go from the feet. So I want you to imagine the core of the earth is that golden light, filled with all the healing properties of Mother Nature. And watch the light as it moves up through the ground to the soles of your feet. And everywhere it touches, once again, completely healed. So imagining that light washing through the feet, relaxing everything in its path. Everything is calm and peaceful. The golden light moves up the ankles, the lower legs, the knees, the upper legs, the pelvis, the glutes. Golden light moving all in the torso, your entire front and back body, the spine washed with the golden light. Golden light moving down your arms from your shoulders all the way to your fingertips. Golden light moving up the neck, filling your entire head with calmness, health, and relaxation. And now just allow yourself to be here in silence, letting go. If you have more time to stay in relaxation pose, you're more than welcome to stay here. Stay as long as you'd like. However, if you are ready to come out, just begin to deepen the breath a little bit. Begin to wrap your mind around the room that you're in, the temperature of the air. And only when you're ready, start to make the tiny movements in the body. Maybe wiggling toes and fingers and such. Take as much time as you need. There's no rush. At some point, maybe bending the knees and rolling to your side. Once you're ready, you'll take your top hand and push you up to sit. Just noticing how you're feeling. Eyes can still be closed. And then when you feel ready, we'll just join our hands together to heart center in Anjali Mudra. And bowing to your own self for taking the time out to do this practice, to really take care of yourself. We live in a very fast-paced world, and you need the balance. So if you are having sinus pressure and headaches, I wish you well and that this helps and that you feel better really soon. Honoring yourself today and for the rest of the day, and of course others. Namaste.